Hey folks, I'm Chris and I'm your Commander Mechanic. Each week here on the channel, we like to have a cozy conversation about some of the core philosophies behind this great format. This week, we're going to be talking about one of the easiest ways to up your Commander game, and that's through improving your mana base. Look at consistency, look at reliability, and look at speed. So here are my top 10 recommendations to start eliminating things like guild gates or temples from your list and start getting on curve. We'll start with some honorable mentions. These are cards that are nice to have but aren't essential to have. If you can pick them up, but a deck is okay without them as well. Our first honorable mention goes to the original dual lands. Obviously, these can't be recommended for everyone. They are incredibly expensive. They add something to decks in the terms of fetchable, painless dual lands, but they are crucial for decks. You don't need these to run. I don't run these in my decks personally, not only because I don't have access to them, but because it's straight up unnecessary. Our next honorable mention are the fetch lands. These are fantastic lands for improving your consistency and ensuring that you can grab the color-producing lands that you want when you need them. And as long as the rules still state that we can use off-color fetches in any color deck, there's no reason why you shouldn't be including them, save for their price. These are creeping up in price because they're lacking a real reprint. I'm looking at you, Secret Lair. But as soon as these are reprinted again, get them while you can. It's always recommended to have the full 10 on hand. Our last honorable mention goes to the shock lands. Because these have recently been reprinted, they're still in standard, and because they're played in just about every format, they're retaining a lot of their value, each going for $20 on average. Makes them a little pricey to pick up the full play set of 10, but there's a lot to be said about having them on hand. We can only hope that once Ravnica rotates out, these will come down in price and make it so that everybody has access to them. Starting our list off at number 10 is the full cycle of 10 Painlands. These lands tap painlessly for a colorless mana or cost a single point of life for either of 2 mana. There's no reason why you should be hesitant to jam these into any and every deck. When you have 40 life to play with, even if these cost you 5 life over the course of the entire game, having access to the colors is well worth it. At number 9 on the list is Phyrexian Tower. The reason why this clocks in at number 9 is because it only really fits into one color. This is a must-have in just about any deck running black, and, thanks to a relatively recent reprinting, is as affordable as it's ever been. This does everything you want to do in black. Mana ramp, sacrifice outlet, comes into play untapped and produces mana. There's, again, no reason why you shouldn't be running this if your deck is black and runs creatures. In the number 8 spot on our list is Cephalid Coliseum. This is an interesting choice that I see some people hesitant to play. And you might be asking me, Chris, why are you recommending that I'm running a mono-colored land that deals damage to me every time I want to use it? That's true, but the trade-off is that you essentially get a spell on a land with that bananas threshold ability. Whether you want to dump cards into your yard, or just want to fix a series of bad draws, or want to clear land off the top of your library, the ability to do this on a land is just nutty. Number 7 on our list are the land destruction twins of Wasteland and Strip Mine. While these lands do have an opportunity cost in the fact that they don't produce colored mana, the fact that it's targeted land destruction near unconditionally on a land means that these should be run if your play group has any high value lands like Gaia's Cradle or Cabal Coffers in the group. Being able to eliminate one of your opponent's best cards at the cost of a land drop is something that's going to be more beneficial often than it's a detriment. Number 6 on our list is Spire of Industry. I feel like this is a card that a lot of people sleep on, but it's a versatile mana of any color land provided you control an artifact. And who doesn't control an artifact in Commander? If you're running any artifacts at all, especially at low casting cost or mana fixing artifacts like the Signets or the Talismans, and you need access to multiple colors of mana, this is an amazing alternative to some of the next cards, like number 5 on our list, Exotic Orchard. This is another inexpensive mana of any color land to be included in any deck that needs to make multiple colors. The more colors you're playing, and the more colors your opponents are playing, the lower the opportunity cost of including this land in your deck is. This land gets even better if your opponents are running something like our number 4 land on this list, City of Brass. The cost of a single life to add a mana of any color is incredible. That's even better than the opportunity cost of our number 10 on this list, the Painlands. The fact that it does it any time you tap for mana is a bit of a downside, but having access to all of your colors is well worth it. 1 life is nothing when you have 40 to play with. Don't be afraid to use your life as a resource in Commander. This land comes in only at number 4 because the Pain ability isn't turned off if you're able to tap City of Brass for mana in another way. Like, for instance, through Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth, or Dryad of the Elysian Grove, or even a Chromatic Lantern. No matter how you're tapping this land, it's going to be painful. In that same vein is number 3 on our list, Mana Confluence. This one's been climbing up in price steadily and really needs a reprint soon. 1 life for access to all of your colors is well worth it, as we've discussed. But this one dodges that life loss if you're able to tap it in another way, as we mentioned. Look to pick up a copy when it's reprinted again soon. Our number 2 spot on the list is another cycle of lands. Well, another half cycle of lands for the time being. It's the Battlebond multiple opponent lands. These are amazing drawbackless lands in our format and need to be in any deck that runs any combination of allied colors. Look for these to be reprinted again soon, and hopefully the Magic team sees to finish the full cycle in the near future. I'd love to see these lands get included in upcoming Commander Precon product as well. There's no reason they shouldn't be a staple in this format. Lastly, our number 1 slot comes to a personal favorite of mine and a big player at higher power level tables, and that is Ancient Tomb. We've talked about how paying life for mana is an acceptable trade-off in our format, and that remains true here. Unconditional mana ramp on a land is one of the best things you can do in this format. And no, Temple of the False God is not mana ramp on a land and is not a budget alternative to Ancient Tomb. That's another video all on its own. Ancient Tomb gets you to 3 mana on turn 2 without casting a single spell. Just the ability to play something like a Signet or a Talisman on turn 1 is, in some cases, even better than a Soul Ring. Yes, this can get very painful at the cost of 2 life per tap, but if you're looking to help your mana curve, looking to win fast, and are able to offset that life loss with some life gain, Ancient Tomb is a must-have for just about any deck. And those are my picks for the easiest way to up your mana base game. Do you have these in your decks? Do you have these in your collection? Do you play them regularly? Why or why not? I'd love to hear in the comments below about what you think of this list. Do subscribe and like this video for more. Of course, we do weekly tune-ups, and we have chats like this on a regular basis as well. Until next time, thanks for tuning in, good luck, and have fun. As always, keep in mind that Commander is about having fun your way, and all of this is just advice. There is no right or wrong way to play EDH. If you want to submit a deck for a tune-up, you can email me at cmdrmechanic@gmail.com or find me on Twitter at cmdrmechanic. Or you can even leave a comment on this video. I'll read them all. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more tune-ups. Until next time, good luck and have fun.